Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sean. I am a truck driver here with Rosedale Transport, and I put out videos every day trying to help you succeed in truck driving. Today's video, I'm going to talk to you about 8 things that frustrate new drivers and over-the-road drivers and cause them to quit every day. I'm going to explain to you these things so you can be prepared, and I'm also going to show you how to mentally deal with it. Let's get into today's video. So what's up, everybody? So listen, truck driving is hard. It's not easy. You may think it is, but it's not. It is a very hard job. But if you know how to deal with these certain things and you're mentally prepared for them, truck driving can be a very rewarding job. It can be very profitable. It can not lead to stress if you don't let it. But I'm going to go over 8 things that will cause you stress and will mentally make you go crazy unless you know how to deal with it. The first thing we're going to talk about this morning is traffic. You don't have any control about it. You cannot control traffic. You got to be mentally prepared for traffic. When you're going out there, all of a sudden, so people are going to break down. I mean, they're going to be on the side of the road. They're going to flip over, have a wreck. You're going to be stuck for hours. And we get paid by the mile. It's very frustrating. So you need to be aware of that you're going to be dealing with road closures. You're going to be dealing with traffic jams. You're going to be dealing with wrecks on the side of the road. It happens, and it's one thing that you cannot control over. So just be mentally prepared. You may be going, you got a good trip, 600-mile trip, and all of a sudden, things can happen, and you're going to end up stopping. The second thing, that's going to be weather conditions. Man, oh man, you're a truck driver. You're going to deal with rain. You're going to deal with maybe high winds, tornadoes. There's going to be snow, ice, and these things are going to slow you down. It might be all good going through the summertime. Get wintertime, the roads are going to ice over. There's going to be slick spots. You're going to find yourself where you can't go more than 20 to 30 miles an hour, and you might have to pull over. You're going to find yourself going out west, and the winds are going to start blowing so high that you're going to have to make that call that you're going to have to pull over. Now, I'm telling you these things not to scare you, but prepare you for things that's going to happen. These are things that are not in your control. You cannot control the weather. Only God can. Even in the summertime, you're going to get some heavy rain that's pouring so bad that you're going to have to pull over that you can't see. So there's going to be days that you're going to drive and everything's going to go perfect. It's going to be sun shining, but there's also going to be days with bad weather. So you also have to be prepared at all times for these conditions. Number 3 is unloading and loading times. Man, oh man, that used to drive me crazy. Pulling up at a dock, you got an appointment at 1 o'clock, and then they say, well, we can't get you in until 4 o'clock. You get in there, sometimes it takes 30 minutes, you're in and out. Sometimes it takes 3 or 4 hours, and you're just sitting there. Remember, you don't get paid if you're sitting. You only get paid if you're turning. Now, we do have where you get paid layover pay and you have the attention pay, but it's not as much compared to what you would be making if you're driving. So be prepared, especially as a new truck driver, to come in this business knowing there's going to be delays as far as in waiting, unloading, and loading. The good thing about Rosedale Transport, you call the number at the bottom of the screen, 706-226-1003. Ask for Tina and tell your boy Sean sent you. The good thing about Rosedale is we got about an 80% drop and hook. Now that's great, where you can just pull up, drop, pick up in the trailer, go. But it is trucking, and there's going to be times where you're going to face loading and unloading times that you can't control. Product might not be there. Stuff happens, place closes early or leaves early. There could be some bad weather coming in, they shut down. You got to be mentally prepared for the unloading and loading times. Number 4 is going to be maintenance issues. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you got a brand new truck. It's trucking. You're going to come across times where you're going to be broke down. Things are going to happen. I had a brand new truck, and at 5,000 miles, the depth sensor went out, and I got stuck in Florida for almost 3 days. Now, luckily, I was over in Tampa, so I got to go to Clearwater, Florida to get my hotel. So I was on the beach. It was in the summer. My wife was with me. It was great. But there's going to be times where things happen like that. It don't matter what kind of truck you're in, what kind of trailer you're in. You need to do your pre-trips, your post-trips. Do all these things to help avoid that stuff, but in the end, it's going to happen. You're going to break down, tires are going to blow, air lines are going to leak, you're going to pick up a trailer with an ABS light on, brake issues, and then you're going to have to get those things fixed. It is frustrating, but remember, it's all part of trucking, drivers. Number 5, it brings me to regulations. Regulations and paperwork. Now, it ain't all about just truck driving out here. There's going to be well, it is every day, you're going to have to make sure you're doing your ELDs properly. You're going to have to make sure you're organizing your paper, keeping up with your receipts. It's all not just about driving. So you need to be mentally prepared that you've got to be organized. Some people think we just get here and drive willy-nilly, but you've got to deal with electronic logs. You got to deal with laws that you only can drive so many hours a day. And that also can be frustrating, knowing that you got to get somewhere, but you only have this many hours. You have a mandatory 30-minute break, a mandatory 11-hour drive day, mandatory 14 hours on the whole clock. You have a mandatory 34 hours off every week. So you have to play by these logs and these rules so you don't get in trouble. And it can be frustrating. But then, again, all these things I'm talking about are things that are not in your control. Which brings me to number 6, and that's going to be customer demands. We have tight schedules sometimes as truck drivers. You have to get there, and that pressure is on you to make sure that you get there. You abide by all the rules. You do everything you're supposed to without breaking any laws, but still in the back of your mind, you know you got a 6 a.m. delivery. And you know if you're not there on time, you might be pushed over for a little longer. You might have to wait a little longer. So all this is in the back of your head. You don't want customers screaming at you. You're late. You're not late. All these pressures are on you as a truck driver. So I'm trying to explain this. I try to teach you the good, the bad, and the ugly of truck drivers. In this video, I'm telling you about all the stresses that you cannot control. A lot of things we can control, but these 8 things you can't. So if you're new to my channel, you need to go right now, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button, because like I said, I put out videos every day trying to help you succeed and how to mentally prepare you to be a successful truck driver. Now, brings me to number 7. That's lack of parking. That can be very stressful out here when you're driving, and you got to find somewhere to park, especially when the hours of service are counting against you. Again, it's not your fault there's no parking. You didn't make the regulations. You didn't put all the truckers out here on the road, but it's still a stress that you've got to deal with, and you've got to go ahead and find ways to fix that. End of the day, you're still going to deal with it every day on finding somewhere to park. It's just part of it. Now, this brings me to my last point, number 8. And that's just the industry in itself. Industry challenges. Fuel prices go up, they go down, especially as an owner-operator. You're going to deal with issues such as, economic downturns. We're going to have freight a lot one week, and it's going to be good, and you're going to get plenty of miles, and there's going to be some week that you just cannot get the miles. It happens, but you got to stay steady at it. Here at Rosedale, I always average between 2,800 and 3,200 miles a week. But there's been weeks that I've gotten low weeks. But that's just part of trucking. It don't matter which company you go to, you're going to have times like that. It's just part of trucking. So those are the 8 things. Now, what can we do to mentally prepare for all these 8 things? Number 1, you got to first realize that it is not, those 8 things are not in your control. You cannot control traffic. You cannot control breakdowns. You cannot control the weather. You cannot control the hours of service that the DOT put out. You can't control having to do all this paperwork. You cannot control sometimes the appointments they set. You can't control how the economy goes up and down. So what can you control? You can control your mindset. You can control that, you know what, if I can't control it, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to do the best that I can. Do the best you can, be safe out there, and give it all you got. That's the number 1 thing. And being out here on the road, and something happens, just say, hey, you know what? Don't say, hey, I'm in this accident. I'm stuck here for all of the. You know what? Thank God I'm not in the accident. I thank you, Jesus, that I'm not stuck. My wife's not in this accident. My family's not in this accident. I pray for the people that happened, but I'm thankful that I'm not. It didn't happen. Thank God I had this blowout, because I could have had an accident a few hours up the road. You understand what I'm saying? I know these hours suck, and I know I got to stop, but maybe I can take this time, and I can get a little rest or clean my truck, whatever it needs. Use that time to do the best that you can for you and for your company. So if you are broke down, I always took that time, maybe worked out a little bit, cleaned my truck up a little bit, maybe got me a little nap in, do a little YouTube video, something positive. But you've got to train your mindset to understand that, hey, baby, this is trucking. And trucking, it happens. Stuff's going to happen in trucking no matter what company you work for. Now, as far as parking and stuff, you can get better at finding ways to park and trip planning and things like that. You'll learn how to organize your paperwork. You'll learn how to make your schedules better. This is over time, especially if you subscribe to my video, because like I said, I put out videos every day trying to teach you these tips to help you be successful. I've been very successful in trucking. I'm still successful in trucking. I love it. I hate it sometimes. Nobody in this trucking business is going to tell you that everything's going to go perfect, because it's not. And I don't want to mislead you by telling you that, hey, it's all roses out here. It's not. But if you take this this is what I'm telling you, and you train your mind to understand these problems that you're going to face, and understand when they come, there's nothing you can do about it but prepare. Do your pre-trips, do your post-trips, do your trip planning, all this stuff. But no matter what you do, there's things that you cannot control. And I hope this video helped you out. If it did, please let me know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe. I appreciate you. I love you. And I'll see you next video. It's Trucking Live with Sean, baby. Let's get it.